Good evening and welcome to Premier League Live here on LFS this evening. The second of our double header of Boxing Day action here on LFS as Burnley hosted Liverpool earlier this evening, and Liverpool came out victorious in the end, 2-0 winners at Turf Moor. We're now at Old Trafford, where Manchester United host Aston Villa. Manchester United could be as low as 9th by the end of this weekend, and could be as high as 6th. Aston Villa are looking to go back to 2nd place in the Premier League. They will leapfrog Arsenal with a result tonight. To the two teams then that face each other tonight then, Erik ten Hag's side has Andre Onana in goal. A back four of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Johnny Evans, Rafael Varane and Diogo Dalot. No Luke Shaw as he has a knock. In midfield is Kobe Mainoo and Christian Eriksen alongside captain Bruno Fernandes. With an attacking three of Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford returns from the bench and Rasmus Højlund leads the line. On the bench tonight for Manchester United, Bayindir, Kampwala, Reguilon, Gore, Van de Beek, Mabry, Pellistri, McTominay and Antony. No Amrabat and no Luke Shaw through slight knocks. For Unai Emery's Aston Villa, they start with Emi Martinez in goal, a back four of Esri Konsa, Diego Carlos, Clement Longley and Luca Dean in defence. A midfield of Leander Den Donker, Douglas Luiz and John McGinn, the captain, with an attacking three of Leon Bailey, Jacob Ramsey who returns to the side and Ollie Watkins as the centre forward. Not often we get two strikers that have number 11 on their shirts. Who knows? Exciting, that bit of information. On the bench for Villa tonight, the substitutes Proctor, Marshall, Moreno, Torres, Chambers, forget about Irog Bunham, sorry, I butchered that, Zaniolo, Diaby and Duran. Zaniolo, who got a crucial goal against Sheffield United on the 23rd, or the 22nd, sorry, last Friday, to level it at Villa Park for their first drop point since February at home. He is on the bench tonight, can't keep his place. Manchester United, Aston Villa, a cracker to wrap up your Boxing Day football action. Kick-off from Old Trafford is on the way next. Good evening and welcome to LFS, our Premier League live coverage of the Premier League. Manchester United against Aston Villa is the fixture this evening that has whet the appetite on Boxing Day. An exciting game to wrap off a very good round of Boxing Day action. 5 games on Boxing Day, 4 already played, and 3 away teams have already won this afternoon. We finish with one of the most best of these two teams. They love a Boxing Day fixture, these two. The most wins of any Football League teams on Boxing Day. Manchester United and Aston Villa. We will see what occurs tonight. Manchester United in their traditional red and white home kit, and Aston Villa in a slightly purpley blue away kit this evening. The players take the knee in saying that there is no room for racism or discrimination in football. As we get underway then, here at Old Trafford, for this cracker of a match, Manchester United need the points, Aston Villa want the points. Who will get the points? We will find out. Long ball from Wan-Bissaka there. Manchester United will want a positive start. They want to build this play because they know if they concede, it's very unlikely to come back. Aston Villa have a good record when scoring, yet to lose from a leading position this season. Eriksen finds it to Rashford on the left-hand side. Comes back in field. Fernandes. Ball out to the left as Dalot. Wanted a flag there, did Villa. Ball back with Fernandes. Now Kobe Mainoo. Pushing up high to start the game, United. Dalot with a cross. Flicked on by Højlund, but not dealt with in An offside there against Alejandro Garnacho by the assistant on that right-hand side. So we'll go a free kick to Aston Villa. Positive, confident start for Manchester United. I don't know why they're positive and starting confident, but they need it. Most certainly, they need it. These two sides, Manchester United are 8th in the Premier League at the moment. And they're wanting victory again. They want to feel victory again. 9 wins, 8 defeats this season. With his second least amount of goals scored in this campaign, only Sheffield United have scored less than Manchester United this season. 18 goals in 18 games for United. Sheffield United have 15 in 19 games, of course. 2 of which were actually scored earlier this evening. Here's Rafael Varane to Andre Onana. Onana finds it to Johnny Evans. Back to Onana again. Well, this is a huge game, of course. It's been a busy week at Manchester United. Of course, the breaking news on Christmas Eve, what a present that was, surely. That Manchester United are getting taken over. Only 25% will be going to Sir Jim Radcliffe. And a confusion over what that actually means for Manchester United. Man United fans still not particularly happy, because they believe that the Glazers are continuing their reign at the football club. Good pressing by Villa there. Luca Digne nicking the ball away, and there will be a throw in here. And it will go Manchester United's way on the right hand side, which Aaron Wan-Bissaka will take. Throw in, intercepted by Ramsey. Douglas Luiz, now Den Dunker, finds Bailey on the right hand side. Leon Bailey has no options ahead of him, goes back to Konsa. Now Bailey a bit further wide, has Dallo to come up against. Bailey looking for the cross, finds its way through. McGinn took the strike, was blocked and cleared away by Manchester United. Konsa wins it back, and his long ball up the field will bounce into the hands of Andre Onana for Manchester United. Good that for though from Villa, who have been in very good form as of recently. But I mean, we look at Aston Villa and how they've played. I mean, they're unbeaten in quite a long time. The last defeat was in the Premier League back at the start of November. They could go almost 2 months without defeat if they keep this run going. And that was the last time they failed to score in a game as well. Aston Villa 2-0 defeat to Forest back at the start of November. Since then, they've won all but 3 games in all competitions, only dropping points to Sheffield United, Bournemouth and Zrinjski in the Europa Conference League. Incredible run of form. I mean, beating Arsenal and Man City in that run as well. Spurs as well. Fulham, who were in good form at that point. They've done really, really well, Aston Villa, and that is why they are certainly in a title race, which is absolutely unbelievable, by the way. But it's the great job of Unai Emery and what he's done since coming into the club at the last November. Got them well clear of relegation, which was where they were sitting under Steven Gerrard at the start of last season. Came in and has them on this incredible vein of form since he joined the club. And they're in this incredible run of form. I mean, that draw with Sheffield United on Friday night is their first drop points at home in all competitions since February. Lovely from Ollie Watkins. Gives it wide for Leon Bailey. Up against Johnny Evans. Bailey chops inside. Tried to find the cross. Was blocked by Fernandez. Højlund battling with Carlos, apologies. And Carlos gives away the free kick. A bit over physical with Rasmus Højlund there, the Villa centre-back. And that will be a Manchester United free kick. The referee this evening, by the way, is Craig Pawson. I mean, I say that now, and I don't actually know what I'm expecting to get in response to that of naming the referees. I mean, the VAR is Stuart Atwell. He's not bad, but I mean, they can all have howlers. Long ball from Onana. Tried to find Marcus Rashford, who broke free on that left-hand side, but Rashford was offside, and the pass from Onana was straight out of play for a Villa throw-in. Well, Aston Villa, you know, they're incredible. I mean, I don't want to sit and praise Aston Villa all night because, I mean, let's be honest, we have to be fair. But, I mean, we look at Aston Villa and you think, even at home, I don't back Manchester United in this game. And that is a massive turn of the books. I mean, how many times has it been when teams in great form have come to this great ground and have become unstuck? Maybe they might tonight, Villa, but I just don't see it. I just see Villa putting in a very professional, calm, controlled performance against Manchester United. You know, I mean, we've seen the team in Bournemouth, not to Aston Villa's quality or level, completely stifle Manchester United at home and win 3-0. So, I do believe Villa can win this game, and if it goes their way, I think they can win it quite comfortably. Here's Lucadinha, looking for the deep cross. Leon Bailey is there, but Dalot was just ahead of him and got the header just ahead of him. Rashford keeps the ball in play. Back to Dalot, who's on his own goal line. Gives it away to John McGinn. McGinn at the byline and gets a corner off Marcus Rashford. Really good play from Villa there on that far right hand side. Smart from the Villa captain John McGinn to win a corner, of which it looks like he will take on this right hand side. 8 minutes gone, 0-0 at Old Trafford, and Aston Villa have a corner on the right hand side. Bodies in the box for Villa. 5 or 6. 6 inside the 18-yard box. Low corner from McGinn. Quite poorly delivered in the end. It was quite a poor corner. Didn't get off the ground. Whether that was by design, but if it was, it didn't work. Ramsey. Under pressure from Eriksen. And now Rashford wins it back, and Højlund couldn't keep the ball. And Manchester United from a very seemingly good position there. Well, Villa were caught out of the back. They had bodies up from the corner. Man United had an overload, but Rasmus Højlund completely misses his control of the ball, and Villa get a reprieve. But that should have been a good chance for United to break forward. It was smart by Rashford initially to intercept it, but it doesn't work out that way for United in the end. Luis. Here's McGinn. Battling for the ball, loses out to Eriksen. Højlund finds the run off of Garnacho. Bodies forward for United. Garnacho is challenged, and Villa have the ball back. Lucadinha. Longley. Back to Emi Martinez. Who's going to take his time here, Emi Martinez. Not on a rush to get the ball moving. Just eking his way out of his own 18-yard box. Plays it to Clement Longley now. Douglas Luiz round the corner, trying to find Lucadinha, but Wan-Bissaka was on the press. Manchester United have it back. Garnacho. Mainu has to go back to Rafa Varane. Now Kobe Mainu, who has been a real bright spark in this United team since his first involvement. He's been a real positive player in that midfield, and that's why he's keeping his position. Lovely from Rashford. Nice link up with Dalot. And the block from Leandro Dendoncker on the cover. Puts it out for a United throw, which is taken by Dalot, and the return to Dalot is a cross from him. And Eriksen with a shot from distance, but straight at Emi Martinez, who gets the catch on the ball. Dalot, I thought this cross from Dalot, deep round about the corner flag on the left-hand side, was going to go out of play. It actually comes right back into play. Garnacho lays it back off to Eriksen, who shoots from distance, but it's always curling towards the very comfortable hands of Emi Martinez. Lovely ball to McGinn now from Villa. This is good movement. Here's Leon Bailey. He's got options. Bailey goes himself, trying to go himself all the way, and blocked by Johnny Evans. Out for a Villa corner. The ball from Villa from back to front. Longley to McGinn, and then McGinn to Bailey. And Bailey just bursting against Dallow down that right-hand side. Blocked off eventually by Johnny Evans, but really good movement from Villa. Really fluid from defence to attack, and now they have a corner. Left-footed delivery. Right across goal. Look at Digne was close. Away by Onana. Here is Digne to whip it back in. Headed away. Now Bailey, couldn't keep it. And a bit of a scramble at the back for United. Dallow gets it clear. Mainu with a follow-up. Rashford flicks it on, but only to a Villa shirt. And Leon Bailey. Konsa to Douglas Luiz. Now the run down the right-hand side for McGinn, who took the corner. Couldn't beat past Dallow that time. And Rashford gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Trying to force a counter. Fernandes goes down and will get a free kick off John McGinn. The two captains there colliding. United get the benefit, and now Rashford has space to run down the left-hand side up against Konsa. Comes in field, tries to flick it on for Fernandes, but can't do so. And really good from Aston Villa in their own box, calm and composed. No worries at all. They're playing it out from the back and have the massive confidence to do so. Carlos to Clement Longley. 12.5 minutes gone, 0-0. Here is Clement Longley. He's carried it quite into the middle of his own half. Gives it to Carlos. Breaks the line. Space through the middle. And Watkins tried to play it off to Ramsey, but Ramsey just couldn't carry the ball with him. Allows Manchester United to recover. Now Fernandes. Rashford down the left. The man goes down off the ball there for United. Game will continue. Garnacho on the battle. And Diego Carlos covering him. Gets it forward to Konsa. Konsa's ball is straight out of play. Tried to find Leon Bailey down the right-hand side. See this again. It's a collision between Dallow and Diego Carlos. I mean, Carlos just steps in and shoves Diego Dallow to the floor. And there's not much in it, really. Off the ball, I mean, I might have some complaints if I was a Man United fan, but I'm not, so I don't. I will give Villa the benefit of the doubt there. And from that United throw-in, Douglas Luiz intercepts the United possession. Really good from Evans, though, to step in and win the ball back before Dallow sends it long, and Emi Martinez will have it back for Villa. Quite a lot of turnovers in possession at the moment. In a 50-50 percentage game. The possession is split 50-50 at the moment. So it is a very even first 14 minutes in this one. Manchester United have only drawn one game this season. That was the 0-0 against Liverpool last weekend. The weekend before last, sorry. Ramsey had broke forward. Really good defensively from Aaron Wan-Bissaka there. Varane lays it off to Højlund. Lovely link up with Fernandes. There's Garnacho who's running through here. Alejandro Garnacho plays it across. Eriksen leaves it. Rashford on the edge. Cuts it back for Bruno Fernandes. Flicks it forward and just ahead of Christian Eriksen. But again, United need to finish that attempt off. 4 bodies forward. Eriksen should have took it first time. He left it for Rashford, which kind of took the tempo out of the counter-attack. Now here's Jacob Ramsey. Cuts it to the edge of the box. Douglas Luiz now. Bailey. Bailey with a strike. Blocked. Luiz again. The game is opening up. Bit end to end at the moment. Villa don't want it to be an end-to-end game. Here's Longley. Carlos. Villa want to dominate. I mean, that is some statement of Villa want to dominate at Old Trafford, but go ahead. McGinn. Ramsey with a cross. Blocked away. McGinn tried to keep Villa on the ball. United clearing the ball away. Longley with a flick on. Luiz can't get on the end of it, and McGinn tries to battle, but Varane clears it away. That's really good from Konsa to step in and win the ball, but again, Villa can't keep it through the middle. Manchester United can't keep it either. Mainu gives it away. Konsa. Ramsey. Luis to Lucadinha. Space on the left-hand side for the Frenchman. Lucadinha up against Wan-Bissaka. Looks to take him on. And Wan-Bissaka follows him all the way. And Villa will get a corner. Also, by the way, currently ongoing with this game, kicked off at 7:45 this evening, so 15 minutes prior to this one, a championship game between Ipswich and Leicester, the top two in the championship at the moment. Ipswich massively beaten away at Ellen Road on Christmas Eve, and they're behind at home against Leicester. League leaders will go 9 points clear with a win tonight. Luis with a corner for Villa. Right across and headed away by Manchester United quite comfortably there. Ball all the way back forward. Luis with a chest. Flicked. Again tried to flick it back to Douglas Luis, but in the end, Manchester United on the coverage win the ball back through Christian Eriksen here. Dalot. Oh, short pass from Dalot. Awful mistake. Here's Leon Bailey. Couldn't make it count. Evans done really, really well. Knew that he was going to try and reverse it round himself, and Johnny Evans done really, really well. Broke it apart. Dalot could have cost Man United a massive opportunity there. A goal could have been scored for Villa there. Massive opportunity. Gone a begging. Darth Eduardo. Love that name. We need a win. We're 8th now. We can't lose again. The manager needs to go. You're a Manchester United fan, of course, then. You do need a win, I guarantee you that. Totally agree with that opinion. Whether the manager needs to go, who knows? I mean, defeat to West Ham is not ideal. Very much not ideal. And I mentioned that. They've gone 4 games without a goal, Manchester United. Their last goal was here at Old Trafford against Chelsea. And that was on certain rights holders in the UK. Scott McTominay with the 2 goals. He's not involved tonight. Long ball. Ramsey coming forward, gets the block off Wan-Bissaka the first time, puts another cross in, another clearance by United. United at the moment penned in when Villa attack in that way, and they're just trying to fire the ball up the pitch as far as possible away from their goal. But this pass, Diogo Dalot with an awful pass back to Johnny Evans. Opportunity for Leon Bailey, and he just tried to reverse it behind for a runner. I couldn't see who the runner was, but in the process, Johnny Evans had anticipated that, knew it was happening, and stepped in to block it. Really good defending by Johnny Evans, experienced defender, stepping in and getting the block for United, which kind of saves them from conceding a massive opportunity from their own mistake, really. Villa have a throw in here, taken. McGinn will take it down. Back to Konsa, but Konsa can't keep the ball. One back by Dendoncker though. And that'll be another Villa throw in on that right hand side. Darth Eduardo says, I do think a 2-0 win for Manchester United would be nice, but who knows what will happen. Indeed, I mean, any sort of win at home for Manchester United, any goal for Manchester United, I mean, 4 games without a goal is unheard of for Manchester United. Foul here. Bruno Fernandes fouling the Villa player Leander Dendoncker. Ooh, it is a bit of a lit one. High boot there by Bruno Fernandes. And I think there's a yellow card also come out for the Man United captain as well, which, in that occasion, I'm not too sure is correct. But Bruno Fernandes is in the book. I mean, he's racking up these yellow cards. That's now his 7th yellow card of the season, Bruno Fernandes, in the Premier League. He was suspended for the Liverpool game because of yellow card accumulation, and he's now got 2 yellow cards in successive games since that suspension, so he's certainly not learnt his lesson. John McGinn to take this free kick for Villa on the right hand side. He's going for that kind of reverse free kick, but I mean, Craig Pawson's just having a chat in the box. So Nana stepped up from his goal line, and Leon Bailey is lurking behind the goalkeeper. We'll see how that works. John McGinn with a set piece coming. Whistle goes from the referee. McGinn steps up, left-footed delivery, whips in, all the way in! I don't even think it gets a touch! But John McGinn from the set piece, and Aston Villa lead! I think this is absolutely shocking defending from Manchester United. I don't think it gets a single touch in there from anyone. I think John McGinn's delivery is pinpoint perfect and into the back of the Manchester United net directly. Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United captain, is furious. He is arguing that Leon Bailey put off the goalkeeper, but we'll see what happens here. John McGinn. I mean, Leon Bailey is not involved at all. Leon Bailey runs away, if anything, and Onana completely caught out. It doesn't look like a single touch from any player in there. Diego Carlos is trying to claim it. I don't know if there is a touch. No. I'm not sure there's a touch there at all. I would give that to John McGinn. And John McGinn, from the set piece, puts Aston Villa ahead. And when they score first, they end up converting it to the 3 points. Villa, 100% record when scoring first this season. They have scored first through their captain. However, the referee is waiting because Craig Pawson is hearing something in his ear. VAR are just making sure that this is a goal. They've confirmed it because I've no idea why they're not confirming it. I don't see any issues there. And John McGinn gets the goal. 1-0 to Aston Villa. And the game gets back underway. And I mean, this is certainly not something that either Man United fans or the Manchester United players will want to see back anytime soon. It is actually quite horrendous defensively for Manchester United. Quite shocking, really. And they go behind halfway through the half. Now here's Ollie Watkins. Lovely touch around one defender. And Rafa Varane tries to get the block. Watkins wanted the free kick. The referee said no. And Clement Longley had slipped there, but he did get the head on the ball. And works out defensively. Manchester United all over the place there. Fernandes through ball. Straight through to Emi Martinez. And Manchester United's sorrows continue really at this moment in time. I mean, it's really quite shocking. I can't actually believe what is happening. I mean, no wins in 4, no goals scored in 4. I mean, Manchester United are in a really bad run of form. I mean, they've 1 win in their last 7 games in all competitions. 1. And that was against Chelsea. One of the most difficult of those. Galatasaray away, Newcastle away, Bournemouth at home, Bayern at home, Liverpool away and West Ham away all end up with either a draw or a defeat. 3 of 4 of the last 7 have been defeats for United, 2 draws and 1 win. So that's a total combination, if you add it all up, of just 5 points from their last 21 available. It is quite horrendous for Manchester United, considering that they've been very up and down all season. I mean, they've been so unpredictable, it's unreal. I mean, they've been winning or losing a game. It's been extremes all the way up to that Liverpool game. They drew their first game of the season in the Premier League at Anfield. Every other game has either been a win or a loss, so maybe they're finding a bit of balance, but I mean, they're losing here already. And here's Leon Bailey running in again, and Diogo Dalot with the block puts it out for the Villa corner. And Leon Bailey feels that he can get the better of Diogo Dalot. I mean, Dalot's not a out-and-out left back. He's a right back by trade, but playing in that position due to lack of options for Manchester United at the moment. With Luke Shaw out with a slight knock, otherwise he would be very much involved in this game. No appearance for Luke Shaw tonight. Another corner, McGinn with a delivery, Longley with a header, and it's it again! A second for Aston Villa, and it's Leander Den Donker. Fantastic from Aston Villa again. And a set piece completely unlocks the Manchester United defence once again. They're tore apart like a wet bit of paper. And this is terrible. Terrible defending. Manchester United players shaking their heads, but they're the men that can do the difference. It is shocking how simple, how easy, how simplistic indeed. I mean, it's a corner from John McGinn to the back post. No one following Clement Longley. Completely free header at the back post. Hits it across goal, and Leander Dendoncker with a right-footed flick on beats 4 Manchester United players inside their own 6-yard box. Shocking defending again for Manchester United. And they're 2-0 down after 26 minutes. Aston Villa are purring at Old Trafford. And again, VAR had to have a quick check. They did. And they confirmed it once again. Villa are 2-0 up and are on cloud 9 at the moment. Because Manchester United are no match for them at this moment in time. All over the place defensively from set pieces, Manchester United. And Aston Villa have noticed that and are clearly taking advantage of it. Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 2. Now they need a response. Evans with the ball over the top. Eriksson made the run. Flag stays down. And the block from Konsa, but the flag ends up going up against Christian Eriksen nonetheless. So a free kick to Villa. I mean, it's Evans with the ball over the top. I mean, awful. Christian Eriksen's well offside. The flag should go up earlier there. But it's really good from Aston Villa. Absolutely fantastic start for them. And Unai Emery doesn't have a good record at Old Trafford. He's never led a team to victory on this ground. 6 attempts, none of them have ended in wins for him. Unai Emery, well, the side are 2-0 up, and they seem to be cruising at the moment. In pretty comfortable control. They have another free kick here, Villa. Watch out, Manchester United, you might concede another. Villa have another free kick. And will be their captain, John McGinn, to take it. He scored from the first set piece directly, and then he set up the second goal from the corner. Here he is again. John McGinn. Left-footed delivery. Right to the edge of the box. And Varane gets the first contact. And United clear it away. McGinn will recover it though. Fire the long ball forward out to the left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka up for the header. Tries to keep the ball. He does. Finds it to Højlund. Højlund battling there with the Villa player in Clement Longley. But it will be a Villa throw-in. Well, we're just seeing shots in the crowd here tonight of the INEOS representatives. Of course, the new 25% stakeholders of Manchester United, as confirmed this last Saturday. We have 5 representatives at the game tonight. Not Sir Jim Radcliffe, but other big heads that are here tonight representing INEOS. I mean, if they're Villa fans, they'll be loving it. But Manchester United ownership, I wonder if they do care. 2-0 to Aston Villa. Manchester United need a response. Eriksson, a hopeful ball forward. Fernandes made the run. Fernandes with a strike wide. And the flag, I think, stayed down. He was actually wondering whether the flag would go up there, Bruno Fernandes himself. I think he's slightly onside because Luca Dean is actually a bit deeper than the rest of his defence. And Bruno Fernandes is onside. He should catch it much better. He drags it wide to the left. Unlike him from that position. That sums up Manchester United so far. Not like their usual selves, although some would say their usual selves is this type of performance at this rate. Carlos trying to find Watkins. Did get the first touch, Watkins, but they can't keep the possession, and now it's fallen for Fernandes and Rashford. straight at Emi Martinez again. Not much pressure in the end on the Villa keeper. But again, really high pressing from Manchester United. Villa just try play through the middle. Very direct approach from Diego Carlos. Trying to find Ollie Watkins. He does get the first touch on it, Watkins, but the ball bounces away from it. Runs into the path of Fernandes. Just lays it off to Rashford, who takes the strike. But pretty simple, pretty tame effort from Marcus Rashford in the end. And that's another problem at Manchester United. Not just defensively giving up goals, but can't score them. I mean, as I mentioned, coming into this, won 4 games without a goal, Manchester United. Completely unheard of in recent history at this football club. But tonight, it could get even worse. I mean, they could find themselves in 9th by the end of this weekend, and quite shockingly, they were in a positive run of form at the start of the season. That was lovely. Garnacho, though, licking up, and Garnacho trying to find Højlund just ahead of the Man United number 11. He does get the ball again. Menu, Fernandes, held on to very closely by Douglas Luiz. Does keep a mark on Fernandes, and now Villa defend it well. And now trying to come forward, but the referee's going to pull it back here for a foul on Alejandro Garnacho. I mean, I don't know why he waited so long, the referee, to give that decision. I mean, Fernandes is pushed off the ball, and then Digne steps in, but he does catch Garnacho in the process, so it is a foul. But if the referee's going to give that decision, he needs to be quicker about it. Well, that'll be one of the key areas that Manchester United will know that they might have a better chance of it. The pacey, physical player in Alejandro Garnacho can get the better of any fullback really in the Premier League so far since he's come into the team. And Luca Digne is not an exception to that. Need to be wary of that battle with Aston Villa and Luca Digne. So free kick for Manchester United. Christian Eriksen over it. 33 minutes gone. Man United 0. Aston Villa 2. And this might be a bit of hope for United. Now, Bruno Fernandes is miles offside, but he's standing right in front of Emi Martinez. I don't know what he's expecting to gain from this. Eriksen to take the free kick then. That whistle goes, and Fernandes will just eke his way back onside, and the free kick hits the 2-man wall of Villa. And Eriksen actually slips in the recovery. And Wan-Bissaka has to give it all the way back to Andre Onana. So that positive play of a free kick for United ends up back in their own 18-yard box. Which, to be honest, is quite pathetic, really. I mean, Christian Eriksen completely messed that whole phase of play up. There we go. Man United have it back. Varane. Menu. Rafael Varane. 11 minutes of the first half to go. And at this rate, Erik ten Hag might be going for the Sir Alex Ferguson technique at half-time, throwing cups and plates. Because you can't blame him if he does. His side have been nowhere near the level so far. Aston Villa, on the other hand, Unai Emery won't need to say anything to his players. They know what they're doing. Clearly, Fernandes with the ball in. Højlund trying to find the finish. Cuts it back to Rashford. Big save by Martinez. Lovely goalkeeping from Villa. From the Villa keeper there, Martinez. But Manchester United should have a goal. Rashford and Højlund and Garnacho all creating opportunities, but not able to finish them so far. Eriksen. Menu. Now Evans. And all the way back to Andre Onana, which gets a bit of a groan from the home fans. Onana, lovely ball over the top. Taken down by Dalot, and really good recovery defending from Diego Carlos. And they will get a corner, Manchester United. That's positive. Much more positive. Rasmus Højlund was down in the box there for a moment. Just see this. Andre Onana, ball over the top. He's onside, I think, there, Dalot. He takes a nice first touch, but does ally Diego Carlos on the recovery. That first touch from Dalot. He was eyeing up the left-footed strike and cascaded its way off Diego Carlos and behind for the corner. So Craig Pawson blows his whistle. Man United will get the corner then. Right-footed delivery. Right across goal. And Villa clear it away. All the way back to Andre Onana again, who's inside the Villa half. Crazy that. Fernandes trying to battle. But he's offside. Bruno Fernandes from that. And he shares his frustration with the assistant through a use of expletives. I mean, they really compacted the pitch there, Aston Villa. They had about 8 players in the back line. I mean, there was literally 2 players outside of the back line of defence for Aston Villa there. That's nuts. They compacted the pitch so much that Andre Onana was in their own half. The opposition goalkeeper had come up so high. I mean, that's a high risk to take as well from a Manchester United point of view. I mean, if they lose possession and Villa have a chance at scoring it, trying to go for an open goal opportunity. I mean, high risk, high reward at times. Who knows? No high risk, no reward for United there. Here's Longley, finds Digne. Nice link up between the two Frenchmen. Apologies. Ramsey. Back to Longley. Pressure from Garnacho. And Longley goes down. The referee will give the free kick Villa's way. There. Rightfully so, in my opinion, from Craig Pawson there. I mean, Longley did have the ball and Garnacho did spin him, but Garnacho did have a hold of his right arm and pulled him to the floor. So McGinn and Dunker, the 2 goal scorers for Aston Villa so far. They're the difference between the 2 teams. I mean, there's quite a gulf in quality of difference so far in what we've seen, but Manchester United having their positive spell. Here's Dalot. Dalot with a cross. Højlund made the run, but Emi Martinez was unworried. Didn't really give any sort of care that Rasmus Højlund had made a run across him. Confident from Emi Martinez defensively, or goalkeeping there from him. I mean, that's poor from Villa though. From that, John McGinn tries to spread the ball wide and spreads it that far wide that it's out of play for a Manchester United throw-in. Throw-in taken, Concett to intercept and Concett to win a Villa throw. Which again, gets a bit of frustration from the Manchester United captain towards the referee. Not a surprise there. Concett, John McGinn goes down, wanted a foul. Actually gets back up and is trying to block a few passes, but Manchester United have it here. Here's Mainu. More advanced. Eriksson. Now Bruno Fernandes. Trying to lay it off. Rashford had made the run. Mainu was in the box. Mainu goes down. And I think the referee is given an offside here because I think Rashford was offside on the far left side, left flank. If I can get my words out there. The pass from Fernandes to Rashford is awful. I mean, he's that far offside, he may as well be behind the goal line. I mean, honestly. I mean, we'll have a good chat about this at half-time. I'll do my half-time analysis. But 2-0 for Villa. There's a lot of conversations for Manchester United to have at half-time. And as I said, the throw-in cups method might be reserved for Erik ten Hag at half-time. Who knows? Carlos. Concett tries to go down the line. Put it out of play there. Couldn't keep it in play. Ezri Concett. Well, I was doing a bit of research because I heard prior to this game, the build-up to this game, that these 2 sides have the most wins on Boxing Day fixtures in English Football League history. I wanted to look back and see if they've played each other on Boxing Day. They have. The last time they played each other on Boxing Day was in the Premier League back in 2000, so Boxing Day 2000, at Villa Park, and Manchester United won that game by 1-0. It was an evening kickoff. And Manchester United won 1-0. They won the league that season, Manchester United, in that one. That it was a weird fact that I wanted to share because I was quite interested in when the last time these two played each other on Boxing Day was. They've played each other once on Boxing Day prior to this game in the Premier League, and it was a Manchester United win at Villa Park. Although it doesn't look like a Manchester United win at the moment, and this is Old Trafford. 41 minutes gone, 0-2. Garnacho, Man United in positive play, but Garnacho's ball through the middle to Rashford was just over hit, and Rashford couldn't find the finish. Or couldn't find the ball, nonetheless. And after that, Man United have now had more shots and more shots on target than Aston Villa in this game. So Villa have had 4 shots to United's 5. On target, Villa have had 2 to United's 3. So Villa have had less of the attacking outlets, but they've been more clinical. Lovely from Konsa. Nice run. Finds Leon Bailey. This is Villa's first attack in a good bit. Leon Bailey chips it into the box. Digne with a header down. Space and time in the box there. Look at Digne. Luis couldn't gather it. McGinn has it. Villa in the box again. Konsa takes a touch on the edge. Konsa with a strike block by Varane. One back by Dendoncker, and now all the way back to Diego Carlos just inside the Villa half. So Villa trying to end the half in a positive light. Here is Clement Lenglet. Ramsey. Back to Lenglet. 2.5 minutes of the half of the 45 to go, plus any additional time. Lenglet. Long ball over the top. Trying to find Luca Digne on the run, and Rafael Varane has it covered. Onana plays it out. Straight to Garnacho. Varane. Now Wan-Bissaka. Nice quick footwork. Mainu. Goes back to Varane and back to Onana, who will go long up the middle and will lose the ball. Luis, though, couldn't keep it. Dendoncker picks it up for Aston Villa. Inside the United half through the middle. Here's Douglas Luis, gives it out wide to Luca Digne on the left. Tried to find the ball in behind to Jacob Ramsey, but blocked off by Wan-Bissaka that time. Now Fernandes, lovely ball forward. Rashford on the counter-attack. Villa have 3 back. Man United are pushing 2 bodies forward. Here's Marcus Rashford. Hits it wide. United, I mean, over the past few years, they've been so good on counter-attacking positions not only because they've been playing counter-attacking football for the last few years, but also for the fact that they've been just so good at finishing off attacking counter-attacks. But Marcus Rashford completely miscues that one. Well wide of the left post in the end, and that really, I said the Bruno Fernandes shot earlier in the game sums up Manchester United. That epitomises United's performance so far. They're having chances, they're having opportunities to strike at the Villa goal, but when they do, they either straight at the Villa keeper or well wide of the goal. There's no in-between at the moment there. Wan-Bissaka trying to fire it forward for Højlund, who's still awaiting his first ever Premier League goal. Villa will get the free kick anyway. Højlund deemed to have fouled the Villa player in Ezri Konsa, I think that is. It is. Yeah, there's a slight shove in the back of Ezri Konsa. Not much in it, to be fair, but the referee felt it was a foul, which will give Villa a free kick before the announcement of how long will be added on to this first half. And we will have 4 added minutes. The 4th official, Rob Jones, puts up the board and shows us the number 4. 4 added minutes at the end of the half then. So still time for more action indeed before the interval here at Old Trafford. An interval that's probably been on Manchester United's kind of wish list for Christmas since the very first minute or two. Really, since Villa got their first kind of attack in the game where they looked really threatening. Manchester United have been probably calling for half-time and can't come quick enough at this rate. Get them in, get them composed, and try and give them something to work on for the second half. Lovely run from Garnacho. Here's Alejandro Garnacho. Hits it wide. And the flag goes up anyway Villa are playing the high line, and many teams have tried to take advantage of that previously. Man United are certainly using that technique tonight, but it's so well coached, this high line of Aston Villa at the back, that Man United are running themselves offside time and time again. And Garnacho, the shot wasn't great, but thankfully for him, he was in an offside position, so it doesn't count. That's their 5th offside call of the game. 5th offside against Manchester United tonight. And we're starting to create a song here. 5 offsides, 2 Villa goals. And a bold man managing United. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. A minute and a half of the 4 added minutes gone, and Garnacho pushing forward again. Goes down. The referee would have played advantage. He was going to play advantage. United lost the ball, so he will come back for the free kick. A yellow card will come the way of the Villa man who committed that foul on Alejandro Garnacho, which will be Jacob Ramsey. So Ramsey in the book. So a simple decision for Craig Paulson in the end. A yellow card for Jacob Ramsey and a free kick for Manchester United. Oh. Visit of Santa. He's taken time out of his busy schedule over this weekend to come and support Manchester United. I thought he would have had a bit of more sense than that, but who knows. Well, Santa has made an appearance this evening. Ericsson takes the free kick short. Dallo with the ball over the top. Fernandes made the run off the defence, but Jacob Ramsey was there, and the flag was up anyway. Nevertheless, Fernandes was offside, so wouldn't have counted anyway. That's their 6th offside of the game. I mean, Villa are doing so well defensively here, but Manchester United should do so much better from that position. I mean, Bruno Fernandes knows he's offside. He just has to look along the line and realise, I'm the last man. Barring the Villa keeper, I'm the last man here. I'm offside. Don't pass me the ball. But maybe he does, and they just don't hear him. Or they refuse to listen. Who knows? The ball all the way back to Andre Onana. Oh, and that's awful. Awful from Onana there. Telegraphed the pass out to his left back, Diogo Dalot. And right out of play for a Villa throw-in. I mean, surely I'm surprised Man United fans are not away in for a half-time meal. Or even a drink to warm them up, because this has been as cold as ice from Manchester United in this first half. As cold can be. Fernandes carrying it forward. Plays the ball forward, but I think Højlund will be called offside here anyway. He was going to be, so he left the ball. And Villa have it back, but that is the half-time whistle from Craig Paulson. A first half which gets boos from around Old Trafford at how poor that Manchester United have performed in this first 49 minutes of this game. It's been awful from minute 1. They had a few positive spells where they have had chances, Manchester United, towards the end of the half. But it's Villa that have a 2-goal lead at the break. Listen to this. Half-time at Old Trafford on Boxing Day. It's Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 2. Half-time analysis coming up in just a moment. Welcome back to Premier League Live here on LFS this Boxing Day. A very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all here watching us this evening on LFS. A first half full of action at Old Trafford, full of drama and full of two very, very good goals from Aston Villa. To have them 2 goals to the good at the break against Manchester United. I didn't quite expect this. But what I did expect was Villa to be playing the way they are. I expected a bit more control from Villa, but who knows. 2-0 at the half. Let me just run you through the first half stats then from this game. The possession is 50-50 at the half. 50% for Villa, 50% for Manchester United. Man United have actually had more shots and more shots on target than Villa in that first half. 7 shots to Villa's 6. 3 on target for United, 2 for Villa. Clinical, I have to say. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Villa, on the other hand, have had more corners. 4 corners to Man United's 1. Villa have had the 1 yellow card. Of course, Jacob Ramsey booked for his challenge on Garnacho in that first half. Man United have had 1 counter-attack which led to a shot, but nothing really massive. The Villa keepers made 3 saves, but 3 saves that were probably pretty comfortable saves. Nothing too crucial there. Man United have actually had more passes than Villa in the half, 212 to Villa's 205. The passing accuracy is a bit low for both teams, 81% for United, 78% for Villa. They'll want to improve on that in the second half. Both teams probably pushing towards the 90 mark they both need. Villa have lost the ball more times than United in that half, 73 times to United 64. At the moment, their 2 goals, the first one was a free kick from John McGinn. A 0.03 XG for that first goal. As that happens, John McGinn, in those circumstances, could hit that ball 100 times and score just 3 goals. That is how rare that one is. And then the second one, a Leandro Dendoncker chance, which is much higher on the XG rating, 0.70, which means he should score that 7 out of 10 times, or 70 out of 100 times. Leandro Dendoncker with a second. Villa lead 2-0. On that occasion, I have to talk about Manchester United and that first half. Where are they? That's all I've got to say. Where actually are Manchester United? 2-0 down at half-time, 4.5 games without scoring a goal. It's quite shocking how bad it actually is. I don't think under any manager of recent history at Manchester United, since in the last 10 years, since the chaos has ensued at Old Trafford, I don't think it's actually been quite this bad for a long, long time. 5 games possibly without a goal. If they go through the next 45 minutes without scoring, it'll be 5 games without a goal. That is unheard of at Manchester United. Quite shocking. We can talk about poor games and poor play and set pieces and all the basic stuff. Manchester United are not here tonight. On occasion, yes, they're having chances and having opportunities. Garnacho's been good, Rashford's been good, Højlund again has been non-existent. Bruno Fernandes has been trying to fight this corner and work hard and work for the team. Defensively, they've been okay through Johnny Evans, Rafa Varane, but 2 set pieces let Manchester United down in that half. The John McGinn free kick, it's inexcusable that somebody can have a free kick near the sideline on the right hand side, whip a ball in, and not a single player in your own 18-yard box can touch it to get it away. Practically inexcusable. And then they use the excuse of, Leon Bailey was putting the goalkeeper off. Leon Bailey had run away before the free kick had even been taken, so that was a non-starter of an argument. That John McGinn scoring, it's a credible goal for John McGinn. Massive for the Villa captain, but from a Manchester United point of view, it's quite shocking defensively, really, how they just allowed that ball to just run right the way through and into their own net. And then the second one, it's poor again from a set piece. John McGinn from the corner, right to the back post. No one tracks Clement Longley on the run. Completely run, totally unmarked to the back post. Heads it across goal, and then Leandro Dendoncker gets a flick on that ends up in the back of the United net. So, 2 set pieces, a corner and a free kick, where Manchester United were easily caught out by Aston Villa. And clearly that's a weakness that Aston Villa have worked on and looked at previously coming into this game. Unai Emery's quite clearly pinpointed that Manchester United are poor from set pieces. And that's quite, evident tonight. Conceding from 2 set pieces that has Villa 2-0 up. That's the difference. In play, and when the ball is in play, I think Manchester United have been quite competitive with Villa really in play. I think on occasions they've been able to win the duels, win the battles, win free kicks. They've been quite dogged in play, but set pieces they've been absolutely atrocious. And when you've got such quality, like Aston Villa do in attack, and it's not even their main attackers that have scored. John McGinnon and Leander Dendoncker have scored, but Ollie Watkins has been linking it all up all the way through in play for Villa. He's been a massive part of Villa so far. Their attack in the first half. Leon Bailey, of course, who made quite a few runs against Dalot, got a few corners. I think he actually got the corner that led to the second goal. So there's a lot of positives for Villa in that first half. The scoreline is the very first of them, but even the way they've played, they've not come to Old Trafford and felt like the underdog or the team that's going to have to steal a victory in some way. They've come here and kind of said, look, we're the better team. We know they're the better team. We're going to show you we're the better team. And so far they have. Quite clearly. They've not been scared of Manchester United. They've not been scared of Old Trafford. They've not played to the occasion. They've played the game, and they've played it quite well in that first half. Although, despite being 2-0 up and in quite comfortable control of the game, I do think Unai Emery will see a lot of improvements needed from Villa in that first half. Their ball reception rate, their ability to keep the ball, but also their passing hasn't been at Villa's level. Villa this season have been incredible in intricate spaces and quick passing between the lines. In that first half, I don't think I've seen very much of that, or even when they tried it, Man United were able to get the block on or win the ball back, or the pass from Villa was just a bit loose and Manchester United were able to pick it up, or it was just not measured right and found its way to the goalkeeper. So on a couple of occasions, Villa will certainly say, look, we need to be more we need to be more accurate in our passing game in that second half. But other than that, I think Aston Villa have been very good. And I think if they work out their passing, they'll up the possession. Man United are probably only 50-50 possession based on the fact that neither team can keep the ball for very much of a long time. It's a very end-to-end, very open, very attacking game, which we want to see, of course. But from both managers' point of views, they'll want to see both their side keep the ball for longer and be able to pass it to their players for at a better rate than they did in that first half. So we will see. At half-time then, Villa lead by 2-0. Let me just show you the table at the half. So this is as it stands. If I can get the top of the table, if it'll show me the live picture. I need to get the live picture. Here we are. Right, so let's have a look at the top of the table then. Villa will jump back up to second in the Premier League table with a win here this evening. They will go above Arsenal, leapfrog Arsenal, who play on Thursday. Arsenal who can head right back to the summit on Thursday if they beat West Ham at the Emirates on Thursday evening, and watch that live here on LFS. Man United way down in 8th at the moment. They can drop as low as 9th if Brighton win on Thursday as well. They're in action on Thursday. Brighton, if they win, Man United will drop to 9th and will only be 3 points ahead of Bournemouth at the moment. So that will be a pretty disappointing one. It will be a 50-50 season based on their goal of their wins and defeats. 9 wins, 9 defeats as it stands for Manchester United. Villa are looking to have the most wins of a Premier League team this season so far. 13 wins out of 19 as well as it stands, with them 2-0 up at the break. They'll take that, of course they will. And Unai Emery will want that to continue. A bit of a blip against Sheffield United on Friday night. They've replicated half of it. They're 2-0 up at the break, and they'll want to make it even better if they can in the second half. Don't forget though, not the end of Premier League action this week on LFS. 2 more games to bring you. One tomorrow. Cracker is the world champions, the Manchester City, the World Club champions, come back from Saudi Arabia in their long extended break that they've had over Christmas, and they will face Everton at a raucous Goodison Park. Everton in good form as of recent times, and they will be wanting a big win against the current Premier League holders, and the club world champions, their first opposition, Man City, since lifting that trophy, a visit to Goodison Park. That's tomorrow at 8:15 on LFS. Right, the second half from Old Trafford, where Aston Villa lead Manchester United 2-0 at the break. The second half is on the way next. Welcome back to Premier League Live. The players will be entering the field for the second half just in a moment. Let me just run you through what's still to come then this midweek. 5 games down. It will be after tonight's game against between Man United and Villa. It will be 5 games down and 5 to go in this Premier League match week. 3 games tomorrow. We'll keep you up to date with all of those. Brentford against Wolves, Chelsea against Crystal Palace, and then our feature game, Everton against Man City, is tomorrow at 8:15. Before 2 more games on Thursday, Brighton against Spurs at the Amex, before Arsenal host West Ham, which is our feature game on Thursday. Right, both sets of players out for the second half then. And a second half where Manchester United need a bit of comeback ability. Aston Villa, who just need to do the same old. 9 wins this season in the Premier League when they have scored first. 9 times they've done it, and 9 times they've converted it into 3 points. Manchester United are going to need a massive second half if they're going to break that duck of Aston Villa, who are looking to make it 10 wins when scoring first this season in 10 attempts. And Aston Villa will get the second half underway then here at Old Trafford. They will attack from left to right, and Man United will be attacking the Stretford end in the second half. And Manchester United will be hoping that Stretford end can push the ball towards the back of that net. Who knows? It may or may not. Konsa. Oh, clip on Leon Bailey there by Diogo Dalot, and that will give Villa an early free kick in the half. A bit late there from Dalot on the Villa right winger. It is a clip on the right heel of Leon Bailey, which will give Villa the free kick. Douglas Luiz takes it, spreads it out to the left-hand side. Lucadinha looking for the cross, goes with a high one. Flicked by Dalot, down for Bailey. Bailey with a cross to the back post. Sprung away. Digne with another cross all the way through to Bailey on the right-hand side. Positive start from Villa. Konsa close to a third goal there. Villa. Douglas Luiz tried to thread it through for Bailey, but Dalot was in the way. He clears his lines, but only as far as a Villa throw-in their own half. Bailey with a cross. What a cross. Watkins was diving in for it. Wan-Bissaka was trying to block it, but it was Rafa Varane that got the crucial touch to get it away for Manchester United from that lovely Leon Bailey cross. But Manchester United get away with that one. Good defending by Rafael Varane. Villa will have a throw in here on the right hand side. Esri Konsa to take. Throws it to McGinn. McGinn with a heavy first touch. Dalot tried to clear it away. Konsa wins the header. Heads it straight to Diogo Dalot. Now Rashford. Man United trying to play out of a tight area, and they do so. Fernandes. Højlund. Fernandes now finds it to Rashford. Lays it forward. Here's Garnacho one-on-one with Emi Martinez. Goes around the keeper. In the net! Perfect start to the second half for Manchester United. Did Alejandro Garnacho hold his run? They've given it on the field, but it is indicative of a VAR check. Subjective. We will see. Dalot, beautiful for Manchester United to play out from a tight position. Fernandes linking up fantastically with Højlund. And back to Fernandes, and now Rashford. Is Garnacho ahead of the ball? We will see. If he's ahead of the ball, he's offside. Garnacho, it looks tight. The lines will be needed. The goal has been given on the field, but of course VAR has the final say on these decisions, and we will see if they feel that Alejandro Garnacho held his run long enough and was behind the ball when that pass was played by Marcus Rashford. Lovely finish, by the way. Going away from goal and cuts it right across. It's beautiful. It's a real tight one. We will wait and see the VAR decision. Craig Paulson still awaiting confirmation from VAR. Stuart Atwell that whether it was a goal or not, the lines will be used. So they will be using the lines to see if it is on or offside. So it's a tight one. In the process, Luca Digne is in a bit of pain. I think he tried to clear the ball away off the line from the Alejandro Garnacho chance. Craig Pawson having a word from VAR, and the decision is no goal. The goal is chalked off. VAR intervened, and Alejandro Garnacho was in an offside position in the build-up. Rashford played the pass. Garnacho was ahead of the ball. Offside. No goal for Manchester United, and not the perfect start to the second half that they so desperately needed. In the process of all of that happening, Aston Villa have made a substitution. Luca Digne has had to come off, and the replacement, we'll confirm that in a minute, as Villa have the ball. Here's Leon Bailey. Bailey tried to play it through, right through to Onana. That Villa substitution, by the way, let me just confirm that for you. Alex Moreno has come on in place of Luca Digne. So Moreno playing left back for Villa now instead of Luca Digne. So Man United's goal from Alejandro Garnacho is no good. It's chalked off, and he was in an offside position. There's no rush, though. I mean, that's, what, the 7th offside Manchester United have had this game? Villa's high line is most certainly working to a T for Unai Emery's team. I mean, they've had a goal ruled out because of the high line, and now another ball in behind. Here's Eriksen on the run, but Diego Carlos has the beating of him. Doesn't have the beating of Rashford, though. Rashford wins it back. Rashford. Fernandes tried to play it first time. Dalot. Fernandes. Now Eriksen. Eriksen with a cross. Cleared away by Carlos. Diego Carlos straight out of play for a United throw-in there from the header. What Manchester United need to do is create chances in play and just be better on set pieces. That's probably all I can take from that first half. Here's Rashford. Rashford with a cross. Too high. All the way through for the Villa throw-in on the far side. They've been good right up until the final third in their play, Manchester United. But on set pieces, they fell asleep on 2 occasions. I'll just see this again. Yeah, he's just ahead of the ball. Is Alejandro Garnacho. The line's on the screen. And Rashford Either Rashford should have continued his run and cut it back for Garnacho, or Garnacho should have held his run. There was no rush. There was no Villa player getting back. The fume and the fury inside Old Trafford at that. How close that could have been. And if he was onside, that would have really got Manchester United well back into this game. You know, a goal back at the start of the second half would give them a mountain of confidence and make it a one-goal game. But as it stands, United still have a 2-goal deficit to try and overturn. Douglas Luiz. Nice from Conser, but he gives it away to Dalot. Miscommunication there from Villa. Here's Garnacho. Fernandez. Moreno on the cover. Wins it back for Villa. Luiz. Now Alex Moreno. Speeds past Fernandez. Nice from Douglas Luiz to retrieve the ball. He goes back to his keeper, Emi Martinez. Eight minutes gone of the second half. United 0, Villa 2. United have had, obviously had the best chance of the half so far. It ended up in the back of the net, but was ruled out for an offside. Long ball from Martinez. Finds Conser. Now McGinn. Lovely from Carlos. Really good ball out to Moreno, who has space to run into here, Alex Moreno. Miles of space. Trying to feed it through. Blocked off by Varane. He was trying to find Ollie Watkins. Now Fernandez has the ball. Fires one in behind the Villa defence again. Rashford goes behind. Martinez came for it. And he could be going here, Martinez. He came for the ball, completely missed it. And Marcus Rashford is down on the edge of the Villa box. I have to see a replay because the referee's doing nothing. I mean, he's got to go for it. Of course, the keeper, I mean, Villa seemed to have been caught out. The offside trap didn't work there. Rashford, perfectly timed run. Let's see. Oh, he does catch Rashford, but he does get the ball. I thought he completely missed the ball, did Martinez, but he did get the ball. All ball, and he did. I actually think Marcus Rashford initiates the contact. So from that, Emi Martinez actually done really well there, goalkeeping wise. And the check is complete. No red card. Sure that well the VAR has cleared the whole situation. So nothing doing. Really good goalkeeping in the end from Martinez. From this angle, the reverse angle, it's incredible. Really good timing. Committed himself and got all ball. Really, really good. Erik ten Hag shaking his head at the decision of no red card, but when he sees a replay, he will have no argument. Although I guarantee in the post-match interview, he'll say, I haven't seen it back. It's always the way with managers. When a decision doesn't go their way and then they realise, I got that one wrong. Oh, I haven't seen it back yet. Dalot. Fernandez! Straight at Martinez. Well, there was a stat that I read, and I think it's very important. Manchester United have lost just 2 games at home against Aston Villa in the Premier League in history. 2 games out of 56 games in total. 24 at Old Trafford and 19 No, sorry. That's not right. Forget about that. 56 games they've played. Villa have won just 2 at Old Trafford in the Premier League era. That is incredible. One of those has actually come in a couple of recent seasons. In 2021, when they won 1-0 here. Early in the season, that was. And a Courtney Hawes late goal got the Villa 3 points on that day. And that was their last win here at Old Trafford. One of only 2 prior to this game. They might make it 3. Hoyland. Fernandez tried to return it through. Find Garnacho, but blocked off by Diego Carlos. Game's gone a bit... well, it's open, but again, I don't think the quality has improved. Here's Luis. Now Moreno. All the way back to Emi Martinez there for Villa. A win tonight would put them second. They'd only be second to Liverpool on goal difference. No mistake by Diego Carlos. Fernandez has it through for Rashford. Big opportunity. Rashford across. And Garnacho. This time it won't be ruled out. Rashford to Garnacho. The first time it was ruled out, but the second time of asking. Manchester United, through a Rashford-Garnacho link-up, get a goal back and are back in this game. Mistake by Diego Carlos, given away to Fernandez. Sets it up beautifully for Rashford. Lays it across goal. And Alejandro Garnacho meets it at the back post to get one back for Manchester United. Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 2. Game on. And Manchester United have probably been the better side in the second half, let's be honest. And they get their rewards for that. They were quite pathetic, really, in the first half. But second half, they've come out, they've worked hard. And Villa really just haven't been at their level in the second half. And Alejandro Garnacho gets his second Premier League goal of the season. Oh, the chance! Leon Bailey. Big save from Onana. Really good move from Villa there. Maybe they've had the kick up the backside that they might have needed. Konsa lifts the ball in. Onana came for it. Hit his own man. Now in the box. Ramsey, sorry. Garnacho clears it away. Villa pressure. Hoyland. Garnacho, now Fernandez tries to carry it. Dendonker on the recovery. Here's Ramsey. They'll have 3 bodies in the box. Ramsey looks for the cross. Wins a corner. The cross there to find Leon Bailey was fantastic initially. Good reactionary save from Andre Onana. Down to his left-hand side. Pretty comfortable, really. Save he should be making, but it's really good reactions. They'll have a corner on the left-hand side. 60 minutes gone, so 2/3 of the way through this game. 30 minutes to go. Manchester United have closed the game up in terms of the scoreline. 1-2. Corner from Villa. Whipped in. Hoyland with a defensive header. Puts it straight behind for another Villa corner. So another corner for Villa on the left-hand side. Bodies in the box to try and meet it. They know they've got the advantage on set pieces. Well, they did in the first half. Corner comes in. And header at the back post from Diego Carlos, but it's over the bar. It's a really good corner. Douglas Luis, but Carlos probably should do better there. Headed on target. He just headed it straight over the bar. Should do so much better, but Aston Villa again. The advantage on set plays. I mean, a free header for Diego Carlos there. Manchester United still not performing at their level on set. Well, not performing at any level from set pieces. Quite atrocious, really. how easy it is. They win the first ball every single time almost, Aston Villa. I mean, Rasmus Højlund is probably one of the main men in there to block it. He did block one of the corners so far in this half. Speaking of Rasmus Højlund, he's now surpassed 1,000 minutes in the Premier League, having played, and he's yet to get his first goal. I've not got an extra part of that, I'm just reading a stat out. I'm trying to make a point, but who knows? Watkins on the press. Onana fires it long up the pitch. That could be a good opportunity. Garnacho battling. Gets past his man. Here's Alejandro Garnacho. Just wide. Not too far away there. Garnacho. Really good ball out from the back from Onana. Fires it long. Villa should have the man coverage at the back. Should be well covered. Should be able to defend this position. I can't see who it is. It's Moreno, actually. Isn't it? It is. Alex Moreno, who's just on the cover. Has to do better. He just lets Garnacho past him and almost gets the equaliser there, Garnacho. Just wide. John McGinn battling for Villa, but I thought Mainu had won the ball there. Craig Paulson, the referee, disagrees. I think Kobe Mainu actually got all ball. Won the ball fairly there. Yeah. I think that was totally fair challenge by Kobe Mainu, but the officials didn't agree. Manchester United have given away another free kick. Esri Konsa will take this for Villa now. Taking their time, Villa. Got a slight jeer from the crowd at Old Trafford. Free kick taken short. All the way back to Diego Carlos. And now Emi Martinez. To Clement Lenglet. Louise. Back to Martinez. Konsa. Leon Bailey now. Receiving it in his own half. Bailey tries to play the cute ball forward. Villa caught out again. Then Donker caught on the ball and Manchester United have the throw in. I mean, it's getting to the point now where Villa are actually getting worse. They're getting more sloppy on the ball. I mean, they were not great in the first half in possession. I mean, I said about it, you know, their pass accuracy 78%, which is well below par. Their pass accuracy in the second half, I mean, 83%, but Manchester United has massively improved, and at times, a lot of those passes have been down to the fact that they've held the ball more. Referee, there's a man down in the box. It's Højlund that went down, and there's an offside flag up against them. They wanted a penalty there, Manchester United. I'll see this again. It's Kobe Mainu. Comes into the Villa half, gives it to Rashford. First time ball over the top. Yeah, Højlund's offside. But Højlund does make the run off the back of Carlos. Felt that he was fouled. I mean, it is a penalty, yeah. But he's in an offside position, so therefore it can't be given. Højlund is offside, so I do think Diego Carlos has made a massive mistake there, but he is offside. Rasmus Højlund, so we can play on. And VAR did have a quick check at that to make sure he was offside, and he was. Esri Konsa for Villa. They need to really relight the spark in this game, Villa. They need to get more on the ball and control a bit more of it. And they need to just calm this game down. Because they've 24 minutes left to play, plus additional time at a tight scoreline like this, at a ground that when it gets up, it's hard to beat. I mean, they need to keep their cool, Villa. They need to use their experience. As I mentioned, when scoring first, this season they have failed to drop a single point. 9 wins in 9 times they've scored first this Premier League season. Ball down the line there from Villa, but out of play. Man United will get the throw in. So halfway through this second half, and Manchester United certainly in the ascendancy of the two teams. Long ball out to the right flank there for United, but just overhit that. Out for another Villa throw. So Villa have a throw in on the left hand side. They're taking their time on a couple of these, Villa, which is to the disliking of the home crowd. But I think they've got the right to do that. Although they don't have the right to do that. Play a bit of head tennis and put it straight out of play. That's what I mean. Not using their experience, Villa, in those situations. They just need to win a throw-in, win a couple in a row, and keep the ball for as long as possible. Keep giving the ball away, they'll be under pressure. And here they are. Here's Garnacho for Manchester United. Down the right-hand side. Gets to the byline. Good there from Clement Longley, I think that was. And that is a corner to Manchester United. So corner to United. They've been poor at defending set pieces. How are they at taking them? Christian Eriksen didn't beat the first man. Cleared away by Villa. Fernandes on the recovery. Fernandes whips the ball in, bit short. Cleared away by Ollie Watkins actually that time. He hasn't been the most active man for Villa tonight, Ollie Watkins. 16 touches in the game for Watkins. He's not been heavily involved. Here's Rashford, up against Konsa. Couldn't beat the Villa right back there. Marcus Rashford. Konsa plays the ball down the line, and Bailey wins Villa a throw in. So Konsa to take this throw in for Villa on the right hand side. And Unai Emery is properly screaming at his team now, shouting instructions on the field. They kept the ball in there just about, did Ollie Watkins for Villa there. Ball bouncing in the middle. First header won by Longley, second by Wan-Bissaka, third by Dendoncker. Tried to be taken down by Leon Bailey. Villa lose the ball. Here's Garnacho coming forward for United. Garnacho plays it out wide. Overlap for Fernandes. Cuts it back to Garnacho! Alejandro Garnacho completely destroys Aston Villa. 2-goal lead in the second half. From 2 goals down to level it for Manchester United inside 25 minutes of the second half. He's put the ball in net 3 times, 2 of which will count. And Manchester United are all the way back. United 2, Villa 2. So poor from Villa, but incredible from Manchester United. The belief, the ability, the power, the pace, everything in the build-up was perfect. Aston Villa again simply giving the ball away in the wrong area. And when you do that in a game at a stadium like this, you will be pegged back. You come under proper pressure. And Manchester United could be on a comeback here. United 2, Villa 2. It gets the appreciation of the Manchester United manager, Erik ten Hag. And Manchester United are all the way back. 2-2. And the sound of Old Trafford has doubled in noise. But here's Moreno. Villa still have an opportunity. Villa in the box. Villa cuts it across. McGinn! Goal line clearance. And I think there was a pull there on a United player. We'll give them a free kick. It was Johnny Evans that cleared the on the line. And Bruno Fernandes is really screaming at the referee there. He's fuming at the referee. He needs to watch himself. He's on a yellow card. I don't know what he's actually asking for here. John McGinn with a strike off the line from Johnny Evans. The keeper's nowhere to be seen. Evans on the cover. Fantastic. And then, yeah, as Douglas Luiz, or as Bruno Fernandes taking the... As he takes the free kick, Bruno Fernandes on a yellow card. He gets booked for his arguing with the referee. I could have swore he was booked in the first half, but clearly not. He wasn't. No. That was strange. I did think he was booked in the first half. Nonetheless, he is booked now, Bruno Fernandes, for his complaints at the referee. And John McGinn's won it back off Garnacho for Villa. Through ball to Watkins is just a bit much. Good covering by Johnny Evans again. Onana to Dalot, who fires it long up the pitch. Run now for Højlund up against Diego Carlos, who works hard, but will be a free kick. For Diego Carlos, a yellow card for him. I think he's a bit out of his depth at the moment now. He's not... And he's very sloppy in the second half, Diego Carlos. Not been anywhere near his level. He's such a veteran defender. Knows what he's doing. Such a good player, but nowhere near the level for that. You know, 30 years of age, you have that experience holding off physical players, and he just gives away a free kick and a yellow card for him that it's just not necessary. And Diego Carlos is booked. Well, at half time I certainly didn't predict that Manchester United would be all the way back, but there we are. They could be even better for them. Still a lot of time left. 15 minutes to go. Rashford, Fernandes, his ball across is cut out by John McGinn, who tries to battle off Ericsson and does so. And a challenge on the Villa player there, Jacob Ramsey, will be a free kick to Aston Villa. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the man committing that foul, and now both managers need to keep their sides going. Both want the winner here, of course. Man United will want the completion of the comeback, and Villa will not want to give up 2 points after a commanding 2-goal lead. So both will be fired up for a winner. Oh, but Watkins, poor pass back to Douglas Luiz, and now Man United are through again. Fernandes, Rashford, lovely flick on. Beautiful recovery by Ezri Konsa. Fantastic. Finds it to Douglas Luiz. Back to Clement Lenglet. Carlos, inside the last 15 minutes then at Old Trafford. 2-2. Time for a winner at both sides. Ericsson. Fernandes on the edge. Takes a strike blocked. Mainu now finds Rashford. Rashford on the left hand side whips the ball in. Headed away by Clement Lenglet. Back for Rashford. Not Garnacho. Dalot. Battling. And will not get the throw in. Villa will get the throw on the right hand side. And Villa are going to make changes. Moussa Diaby and Nicolo Zaniolo are coming on. So a double change for Villa. The man who scored to secure a point against Sheffield United on Friday night for Villa is coming on. Jacob Ramsey is the man being replaced for Moussa Diaby's replacement. And Leon Bailey is the man also coming off to be replaced by Zaniolo. So Ramsey and Bailey off, and Diaby and Zaniolo on for Aston Villa. So Villa pegged back. Although Marcus Rashford's feeling a bit of pain. He was receiving a bit of treatment on the sidelines. Man United are also going to make a few changes themselves. Scott McTominay and Anthony are coming on. They're ready at the sidelines. Whether the subs will be made in the moment, we will find out. Rashford on the sidelines. Whether he will return to action. Villa have a throw in then. Rashford is walking down the sideline, so either he's waiting the 30 seconds or he is coming off. I think he's going to wait the 30 seconds. Oh, Villa give it away again, and Longley has to rescue it. Moreno on the left-hand side. Douglas Luiz. Now to Ezri Konsa. Zaniolo on the right flank. His first involvement of the game. Links it up with Den Donker. Now Ezri Konsa. Out wide to Diaby. Also his first involvement of the game. Both occupying that right-hand side. Diaby and Zaniolo at the moment. Although Diaby's just gone back central after his involvement there. Longley to Moreno. Back to Longley. Clomo Longley has to go all the way back to Diego Carlos in his own half. And all the way back to Emi Martinez. Longley. Moreno. Runs across his own goal and was challenged there by Wan-Bissaka. The challenge finds its way to Emi Martinez in the Villa goal. Villa under pressure. And they're feeling the pressure now. They're just not able to hold the ball for long enough. And even when they do have the ball, they're not in the right areas. Man United have a throw in. Well, if there was to be a winner, the more likely of the two, I would have to say, is Manchester United at this moment in time. I mean, the momentum is in their favour. It's going their way. They've come back in the game. They were 2-0 down and they've come all the way back. An issue for Marcus Rashford here. Yeah, just his right ankle was caught there, Marcus Rashford, so that was a bit of pain for him, but that's going to be his end of his night as well. Marcus Rashford, he's coming off, and Kobe Mainoo is also coming off, so that double substitution I mentioned they were readying is being made. So Mainoo and Rashford off, and McTominay and Anthony on in their places. So 2 subs there from United. Garnacho. Dalot. Dalot with a deep cross. Looking to find Anthony. Moreno had dealt with it the first time, and here he is again. To Longley, who gives it away, and Anthony in the box. Try to cut it back. Douglas Luiz in the way. Corner. I mean, overplaying again, Villa. I mean, Clomo Longley tries to go past 2 United players in his own 18-yard box. I mean, what are you doing? Give it to your keeper or go long. Baffling. Man United have a corner on the right-hand side. Fernandez with a cross. Flicked on at the front post. Haaland! He's got it! He's off the mark! Rasmus Haaland! And that could be a crucial goal that gets Manchester United the 3 points. Rasmus Haaland, who had surpassed 1,000 minutes without a goal, and he gets his first ever Premier League goal in the most crazy of circumstances, in a comeback against Aston Villa. 2 down at the half. And within 8 minutes before 90 minutes, Manchester United lead by 3 goals to 2. Rasmus Højlund. Corner from Fernandes. Poor from Villa again. Cannot clear their lines. It bounces off John McGinn. And it's a fantastic left-footed finish. First time by Rasmus Højlund into the bottom left corner. Really good by Højlund. Well past Emi Martinez. And well past the Villa players. Manchester United 3. Aston Villa 2. The Premier League keeps on giving. Christmas is all about giving, but the Premier League gives us games like this all year round. Rasmus Højlund off the mark, and he has opened his account finally for Manchester United. It's taken halfway through the season to do so, but eventually he does so. Man United 3, Aston Villa 2. And it feels like a big sigh of relief was massively involved in that celebration of that goal. And it all comes from that Clement Longley mistake to give away the corner. And from that follow-up corner, Manchester United score. And the game is not over yet because Villa are coming forward again. Here's Moussa Diaby. Falls to Zaniolo. Goes down. Referee says no penalty. Villa wanted one though. Of course they would. But I don't think they're going to get that. It's all about Aston Villa now. Man United have the lead. And they'll want to hold on to that lead. Can Villa have another say? John McGinn. Ball across from the left hand side from Moreno. Blocked. Luis. Den Donker now. Back to John McGinn. 6 minutes plus additional time. United lead 3-2. Villa, when scoring first this season, I mentioned it at half time and multiple times throughout the game. They haven't dropped a single point, but here they are coming trying to find the equaliser. Jesus me. Cleared away by Manchester United. It was John McGinn the man. They're still going for this. They've turned it all around, Manchester United. Well, with Villa now under pressure and behind, they need to make changes. They're going to make changes. Their 2 final changes are waiting on the sidelines, but they've given the ball away again. Konsa made the mistake that time. He did recover it though. He has the ball back for Villa. Well, at one point, when Villa were 2-0 up, the win probability for Manchester United was 4%. When Villa were 2-0 up. It's now 84% for Manchester United to win this game now. Only a 1% chance of Villa coming back to win this. I mean, I'm not surprised. Double substitution from Villa then. John McGinn and Leander Den Donker, the changes. And John Duran and Iroga Bonham is coming on. I apologise. I do not know how to pronounce that name. If he scores... Oh, good God. Let's hope he doesn't. Last 4 minutes of the 90, then any additional time, which I'm being reminded of in the chats. Some nervous Man United fans, it seems. This has been a fantastic game. All Villa in the first half, all Manchester United in the second half. It's been yin and yang. The tables really have turned at half time. Although a slip there from Villa. Garnacho on the run. Taken out by Ezri Konsa there. And that'll be a yellow card for the Villa right back. And a free kick for Manchester United. Yeah. Fully commits himself there. but doesn't get anywhere near it. Ezri Konsa and Alejandro Garnacho, the man who started the Man United revolt, the comeback tonight for them, got the 2 goals to get them back level, has them with a 3-2 lead and a free kick, an opportunity for more. Eriksson takes it short. Dalot just interchanging, a bit of game management now for Manchester United. Down the line to Garnacho, and he just flicks it, and out of play for a throw-in to Aston Villa. So Ezri Konsa with the throw-in. Ball bounces, and the ball goes straight out of play there from Villa. Another Manchester United throw-in. This would be a great night for Manchester United. One to remember. And one to remember for this man, Rasmus Højlund, scoring his first Premier League goal. That could most certainly be the winner here for Manchester United. It's a mistake by John McGinn, poor heavy touch, and a lovely first time finish. Really good finish by Rasmus Højlund. And that is an incredible moment for him. Could be an incredible moment for Manchester United as well. And they've made that substitution then. Højlund off. And United have 2 subs left. They can make just one opportunity to do those now, of course. Oh, it will be a goal kick to Villa. Wasn't sure about that one there. Might have been a last touch off a Villa player. That's what I was suspecting, but it wasn't. As we enter the last minute of the 90. Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 2. Pressure on the Villa defence there. United are trying to pen them in, and they have done really well. And Alex Moreno could only force it out of play for another United throw, but that's offside from United there from that throw-in. Fernandes was off, so free kick to Villa. The game's going a bit of hyperspeed at the moment, keeping up to date with it. Last 30 seconds of the 90. Villa will try and get the ball forward as quickly as possible. Manchester United will try and hold them off for as long as possible. We will see what the 4th official has to say about it and how many minutes will be added on. Ezri Konsa. Remember, there was a VAR check, a couple of VAR checks in this half, so we might have a bit of extended additional time, and we will. Believe it or not, we will have 9 added minutes. 9 added minutes, so I did expect it to be a bit longer than usual with those VAR checks, and it is. So 9 more minutes, and still a lot of time for a change in the result. Still opportunities for both teams. Well, I mean, Man United are winning, so they're just not going to want to give anything away, and that ball from Douglas Luiz to try and find Zaniolo was completely miscommunicated, and Dalot just feeds it all the way back to Andre Onana, and Unai Emery is furious on the sidelines. He is screaming. He's so not happy, and I mean, would you be happy? 2-0 up away from home and just scamper that in one half of football. All the way back to Martinez there from Villa. Konsa. Ezri Konsa. Trying to play the ball forward, trying to offer Villa some hope. Watkins getting involved. Duran. And the overhead pass to Douglas Luiz gives it away to United, and now the counter-attack is on. Here's Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho to finish it. Garnacho on the edge. This shot is blocked in the end. He is such a pacey player, such a good player on the counter-attack, and he's unfortunately gone down on the field here, Garnacho. So what that will be about with the referee is going to stop the game. He doesn't need to stop the game. I mean, it's not needed, but Emi Martinez is just stretching Garnacho out here. I mean, is there need for that? I don't think it's cramp that's the problem. Well, Alejandro Garnacho still down. I mean, he's receiving treatment, but not from his own medical staff. He's receiving treatment from the opposition goalkeeper. Oh, this is fantastic. And just seeing replays, the 2 goals from Garnacho are top quality. I mean, he's been incredible tonight for Manchester United. I mean, he has built this comeback. He's been an unmatchable player in this second half. Cross deep from Villa, straight into the hands of Onana, who dives straight to the ground. 94th minute. And Man United are going to make another double substitution. That Højlund substitution was Cambuala, by the way, so an extra defender on the pitch. Of course, was a very good performer in the game against Liverpool a few weeks ago. Willie Cambuala, he's on for Højlund. They're going to make another double substitution, so the last 2 subs will be used at Manchester United. And they're going to try and run the clock down as much as possible. Villa get the free kick there. Fernandez committing the foul on John Durant. Substitution then for Manchester United. Christian Eriksen is coming off. And he's going to be replaced by Daniel Gore. And the second substitution is Alejandro Garnacho. Is coming off as well. The man who scored 2 on the night. He's going to be replaced by Hannibal Mabry in midfield. So Daniel Gore, 19 years of age, and Hannibal Mabry, 20 years of age. So Man United youth players entering the field, and that ends the substitutions of the night. All 10 have been made, 5 of each side. Here's lovely from Ollie Watkins, gets to the byline, tried to put the ball across. He did find the ball across, and here's Ezri Konsa on the far side. Duran. Passing it around Villa. They need to be going the other way. They're going back to their keeper. And Hannibal, a bit overcommitted on the Villa defender, Ezri Konsa. And that will be a free kick to Aston Villa. Last 4 minutes of the game then. 95 minutes has surpassed of the 9 added on. Here's Konsa. Nick Bonham. Louise, now Zaniolo. Zaniolo for Villa, trying to cross it. Did put the cross in, but Man United will get it away again. And Villa will have the throw in from that clearance. Unai Emery trying to get his side going. Konsa throws it up the line. Zaniolo battling against Dalot, but Dalot wins the ball well. Lays it off to Gore. Gore who's battled with, and Gore who's fouled. Free kick to Manchester United there. Just getting a shot of the 2 Man United goal scorers tonight. Garnacho and Højlund there on the sidelines. Both have been substituted off. They're trying to hold on to this result now, Manchester United. Cambuala under pressure. Really good defending, getting the ball away. Villa running out of time. 2.5 minutes for them when they were comfortable at half-time. 2-0. And could find themselves on the edge of another defeat away at Manchester United. I think it's the 22nd win it will be for Manchester United at home against Villa in 57 meetings. 22 home wins. Dallo, lovely ball, finds Fernandes. They need to get the ball, Villa, if they're going to try and get a goal. So far, Manchester United are in control. Mabry pulled that there by Inigbonham, and that will be a free kick to Manchester United. I have to say, for all Man United's faults in that first half, they have completely made up for it in the second, and some. I mean, at half-time they were on course for a 5th game without a goal. Obviously would have been 5 without a win as well, obviously. And we're on the course of another big home defeat. You know, what that would have done to the morale of Manchester United, especially after a away defeat at West Ham last week. Coming back here, they would have wanted to show up for this game. The positive news at the weekend of the takeover and the change in football partnerships and football kind of business at the club, and that eventual handover. But you know, they wanted to come into this game and give it their all, and at half time it was looking at anything but that. But the second half was chalk and cheese for Manchester United. They're winning their duels, they're winning their battles, they're working ever so hard from this second half, and look what it can get you. You know, 2-0 down against one of the best teams in the league at this moment in time. I mean, they're in a title race for a reason. They were in a very comfortable position for a reason in the first half. But they're not able to do anything at the moment, Aston Villa. I mean, they've been nowhere near it for the vast majority of this second half. Nowhere near it whatsoever. Don't forget, Everton Man City is tomorrow at 8:15. The champions back in action after their Club World Cup win. And they are the world champions, Club World Champions. They face Everton tomorrow night at Goodison Park. So free kick for United from Onana as we surpass the 9 added minutes. Referee Craig Pawson will allow a bit more of play. I don't think it'll be enough to get Villa forward. At the moment, they're not able to put 2 passes together, Villa. Zaniolo, and a foul against the Manchester United player there will give Man United a free kick. In the 100th minute, just awaiting Craig Pawson's final whistle. It's within Man United's grasp. Very, very much so. Free throw in taken. And there it is. Confirmation from Craig Pawson that Manchester United give their fans a comeback. A comeback that no one could have predicted at half-time. Aston Villa in cruise control at the break, but complete and utter change that from Manchester United from the first to the second halves. Alejandro Garnacho, the man to get 2 for United to get them back level before Rasmus Højlund with his first Premier League goal wrapped up the 3 points. Manchester United are the first team to take points off Villa when Villa have scored first this season, and they have taken all 3 points off them. Manchester United back to winning ways, back to scoring ways. After not scoring in 4 games, they score 3 in 145 minutes of football. And they are back in the wins. Rasmus Højlund gets his first, and I'll be hoping that'll be first of many. And Man United, their fans will be jubilant. Villa fans will head back to Birmingham feeling that they should have had 3 points here. But the game of football is of 90 minutes, not 45, which Aston Villa played. Final score from Old Trafford in the final Boxing Day game of 2023. Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 2.